guys have seen the trailer, so I'm not giving anything away that she's older and quite attractive. Thank you.
And princess.
Yes, like we love her, by the way. She's also our home. Yeah. Scarlett is
awesome.
Wonderful. It was so weird because this year, our characters in particular are so different. Anne shows up. Well, the first opening, you see us, we're all together, and then we all get separated. And she goes off with
Lexi, Ben, and Maggie.
Sarah.
Random groups.
I'm off with Umpo. Noah's by himself. He gets reunited with Weaver, Hope, and Drew.
They're in the same vicinity as...
They're like in a ghetto.
Yeah.
They are. They're like in a Warsaw ghetto.
Yeah.
It's like they're doing a lot of playbook to it. Who else? Maxim is in a youth camp that's spooky. Everyone's, wearing the same color, acting very strange.
Yeah. Led by a really cool actor. His name's Dakota.
But back to the dating?
Oh, Lexi. So then Lexi, I get reunited with her. They're together, and we just don't know where her allegiance is. We don't know, is she good, is she bad? She's changed so much. She also, her and I, we kind of go, I don't know what I can say. See, I'm still trying to figure out what we can give away. She is our focal point this year, and we don't know if she's good or she's bad. Anne is completely convinced that she's on our side and just being influenced by her alien side. And that's all confusing.
Will she have special abilities?
Will she have what?
Special abilities?
Well, she's half alien, so and her hair is really white, so she's got some kind of abilities. Did you say that?
Well, both your characters, we're picking up a few months later, but when we last saw both your characters, you both were kind of coming out of crises, kidnapping, alien takeover. Will we kind of see the aftermath of both those experiences for your characters?
Lourdes is goes back to her religious kind of self, but in a much more extreme way. It's not so orthodox, Catholic or whatever she, started as, but it's more of a worldly spirituality that's
a bit fanatical.
Very fanatical, I would say. And I think that is completely directly as, a reaction to what happened to her.
And you feel a strong loyalty to Lexi, and Lexi also knows that. And maybe, we don't know, maybe exploits it. Maybe exploits all of our love for her, but then redeems herself. If I can be so broad, I'm sorry. But she's our superstar this year. But we are all so different. All of our characters, all the actors who normally work with certain actors were working with different actors. I wasn't always working with Seychelle. I was not always either with Scarlett, and nobody was working with the same actors. This is our most far-fetched year. Our sci-fi goes full force.
So if Anne and Tom are separated, does that mean, where's their relationship kind of stand as the season starts?
I can say that we're still together, and we even, we have way more fights, and we definitely, I'm now I'm a soldier. I'm no longer just a doctor. I'm a soldier. He is now relying on me for my input, and I'm not the same person. I'm also going to defend my daughter. So we go to toe-to-toe a lot about the innocence of our daughter, because we just don't know how much of her is human. We also have an episode that Jonathan Frakes directed where you see what happened to Anne when she was back in the womb with Lexi and how involved Karen is. And you also get to see a part of Anne's past. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
right? Episode 6. Yeah.
So does Tom not really accept Lexi?
Well, and he's also not bonded to her the way I am. So no, he doesn't completely accept her, and everybody questions where his alliance is as well. So there's a lot of pointing fingers of who's on whose side, and can he reject it because this is his daughter, and is he giving her special treatment that he would allow another character?
So how are we doing with eyeworms this season?
Seemed to steer clear in the beginning, but I think Lourdes is become a little maybe obsessed with not being that person, that extremely violent and harmful influence on her community, and I think she's trying a little too hard to be the opposite of that, to be the enlightened, peaceful girl. And we've all seen, that religious person who kind of takes their crusade sometimes a little too seriously. But